Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Grace.
I'm Sabrina.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Lina.
We are creation team. Our project is a book, a picture book. The title is A Special Day. There are four points in our overview. First, motivation. Second, introduction. Third, story content. Fourth, games. Now let's get started from our motivation. About picture books. Everybody likes picture books. Picture books have many simple pictures, especially children who are full of imagination. Also, the people who will enter another world different from the real world. The children who are curious will The children who are curious were interested in the things which they don't know and want to learn more funny things which come into their sight. Furthermore, grown-ups will recall their childhood. Second, the words are easy to understand for everyone. Our book was made for children, so the words had to be easy to understand that everyone can learn it. Third, not only can parents learn our book, but also it be used to teach children they can learn English about daily life. Moreover, it can increase relationship between parents and children. Fourth, we teach children how to describe daily life. When it comes to English, it is an international language, and it is also important for children. We want children to know that English is not difficult at all. If you ask those children whose English are not well, can you tell me what had happened today? Was there anything interesting? It will be difficult for them to answer. So we want to teach children how to describe daily life in English. Then we invite Serene to tell you about book and character introduction.
I'm going to tell you how I came up with the characters. The main character, Sandy. She is an elementary school student. She is outgoing, so I decided that she has short orange hair. She also likes animals, so I gave her a task to save an injured bird. Sandy's sister is also an elementary school student. She is more mature than Sandy, so I let her have long hair and a smiling face. Both their parents are kind. Their mother is a housewife. She prepares meals for them every day. Their father is a businessman. He usually works from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. About Sandy's teacher, most of the time she is gentle, but sometimes she gets mad because of the students who don't do their homework. One of the students is Tom. He often forgets to do his homework. Even his teacher doesn't know what to do with him. The last character is the bird. It was tortured by a group of boys. Luckily, it was saved by Sandy. Then, our book setting is at school. It is because our book is for children. and we hope that it can make children understand what the school life is like. Now let's move on to the story content.
I'm Alina. I'm Johnny. We are going to tell you about our story content. In the first page and the second page, the main character Sandy woke up at 7 o'clock as usual. She brushed her teeth and washed her face. Then she walked to the dining room to eat breakfast that Mom had made for them. After they finished their breakfast, Dad went to work. Sandy and her sister walked to the bus stop to wait for a school bus. And after that, Sandy and her sister talked about the cartoon that they had watched yesterday on their way to the bus stop. No sooner had they reached the bus stop than the school bus just arrived. After they got on the school bus, Sandy said hello to her classmates and friends. Then they started to chat until they arrived at school. Before class, Sandy discussed the homework with her classmates. After 30 minutes, the bell rang. The teacher walked into the classroom and asked everybody to hand in their homework. The teacher found that Tom didn't do his homework, and she asked him not to leave the classroom until he finished his homework. Then she started the class. During the break, Sandy took a walk with her friends. Suddenly, she saw some kids torturing a little bird. She shouted angrily at them. "What are you doing? Don't hurt the bird, or I will tell the teacher." Those kids ran away and disappeared. Sandy found that the bird was hurt, so she took it to her classroom. But nobody knew what to do with the bird. So Sandy suggested that the whole class take care of it, and everybody agreed with her happily. After the next class just began, the teacher heard tweeters and found a bird on the bookcase in the classroom. The teacher asked students, why is there a bird on here? Nobody answered the teachers. The teacher saw that there was a bandage on the bird wing, and then she knew that students were acting stupid. She wants the student to tell her the truth. So she said that she would go let the bird go out. After Sandy and her classmates realized that inspired her classmates to tell the teacher in a hurry. Finally, she went to keep it until it's recovered. After school, Sandy couldn't wait to tell her sister what had happened today. After they came home, they washed their hands and got prepared to eat dinner. During the dinner times, Sandy couldn't wait to show her parents about her school life. As nice, Sandy requested thing about what had happened today on her bedroom. She saw today is a special day. Now let's invite Doreen to tell you about the game.
I'm going to tell you about the games which we designed. To make children have more curiosity about learning English, we put two games into the book. One is crossword puzzle, and the other is what do the pictures say? Crossword puzzle is a game that gives you the description of the words and to guess what the words are. What do the pictures say is giving you some pictures with people's actions. Then write down the verbal phrases that people do in the pictures. We hope children can learn more simple words and common verbal phrases from these games in our book, inspiring their interest in learning English. This is our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for your presentation. And I have only one question. Usually in picture books, the stories are easy, but there are always some messages that the authors would like to tell children. So what is the main message in your picture book you would like to tell to children?
We use some verbal phrases to teach children because verbal phrases is a difficult thing to us, so we want to teach children how to use it in the elementary school or in general high school. That's all.
Thank you.
Okay, I think your picture book is very elaborate, and I have a suggestion for your picture book. That is, since you have the word puzzle game, that means you want to make kids review some important words, right? So I suggest choosing important words and like what you see in your textbook, and for example, underline the words you think important on each page, so kids can know what words are important to them. Okay.
Thank you, teacher.